Hey guys, welcome back to the Dion Gaming channel, and we are going to start with another updated Wurgel deck. So basically the same Infect tower that was way back that I made a video about it has been updated. Wurgel went ahead and invited me to party so he can show me, and later on has a little interview at the end in the chat so you guys can see how actually everything is really work. He's actually using the Fountain of Rebirth, with it just doesn't only help him, but it helps the whole community map in healing. Since I don't need it at the moment, I just go ahead and start bringing my guys to fight. However, if I wanted to, I could have waited with him and could have actually got some healing of it. Once he actually starts, he does the foundation on the top left and then start getting the heals. This actually still helps me up when I start moving forward once the fountain is ready to be used. I think it has maybe a couple seconds before it actually happens. So I micromanage my units to actually hit the right and the bottom side. One of them is being damage first, and then the other one is being pushed back. Again, there is the fountain, and he actually says it, healing online. So I actually looked at some of the areas, so you can see here it's kind of slow the healing as well. And in here, obviously, it makes the shaman even better and easier to combat those camp with the fountain together. So I go ahead and start summoning the Emball, and I usually ask and tell that I'm going to use Emball with the Shadow Phoenix, everything okay, and so on, or tell me if you need help for me to go already down there, which I would if you ask it, like in the previous video. Sorry, the video that I did it with him, and so on, but he just went for 100 energy for T2 and so on. So I actually start taking my time and looking on top with the fountain. How is it actually helping? And you can actually see some of the heals actually really working well down here with the Frost deck that the other guy is using. So I go ahead and kill my Master Archers and start summoning the Phoenix and warn him ahead of time that I am now going to be using the Embalmment. Embalmment will be in 8 seconds. I go straight in with the Shadow Phoenix and try to blow everything away. One of the things I love about this deck is that, you know, the more you help him get to that to the to the T3 area to set up his thing already, the more help you will get in return. And I think this deck is beautiful because not only does it helps me majorly, like hugely, it also helps other players with the fountain and the healing garden that he also provides. So as you see right now, I kept some of my some of the heal and try to keep in the Phoenix, because I want to see that if I can take the next camp and so on. But he's already has the Infecting Tower, so it's going to be easy. I'm going to leave the mage, Frost Mage in there to try to protect and defend in case some of them are coming back. And I use my, again, Phoenix, and then I see it right there. I see that is close to another camp. Now obviously I can summon a bunch of Shadow Phoenix and try to take this, but I know exactly what this guy is about. I know what deck Wurgel has, and as you're going to be seeing, he's going to send armies and armies and armies of the way. And because I have played with him before, I know that I can take these power wells, and he's not going to be mad or anything about it, because one time he told me that he didn't need the power wells. His deck is so efficient on what he has in the beginning that he doesn't need the power well and stuff like that. I do sometimes ask him if he ever needs the power, tell me, I will actually destroy it. So automatically I go in the back and start summoning a bunch of the resource boosters, and as soon as he's ready to actually go up there, I go with him. Now here's the cool part about these things. Since he has the fountain on it, that also heals the cultist master. When after they use their ability, they go reduce, I think, their health by half or so, and so on, and then summon the bugs and so on. So I actually going to go with him, but again, he doesn't need me at all. At this point, he's good to set to go. So since I know that he is going to kill his bugs, his cultist master's bugs, over and over and over to produce these infect bugs, twilight infect bugs, then I'm going to be receiving a lot with the furnace. So I go right ahead and I try to help out with mine one by bugs and use the frenetic assault, as you saw, so we can get these guys very out quickly. And then I start taking some of these power well. At this point, at one point right here, he's actually going to try to make sure that I don't get attacked, and then he's going to move on now that he finds out that no monster is going to come out to this well. And you may have noticed sometimes a monster in some of these maps in RPVE9 or maybe 10, they come and attack you here, so he actually stands by for a bit, knows that nothing is coming to attack me, and then moves forward. From here, he is now godlike with the fountain, and he's summoning the healing garden. And I am a fucking retard because knowing that he has this deck, I didn't put a construction hut, which I should have. I should have automatically put a construction hut to help him out in here. So I go ahead and put one of the construction hut because I'm still going to be using with the Lost Spirit ship with the armor tower, by the way, because if you look somewhere in the right corner, you might see a stat of armor tower being used, and guess what? That is mine. All that number is mine, baby, because I know people don't use armor tower, they use something else, and they don't even use the recycle. So right now he's sending waves and waves and waves after of Twilight bugs in here after the Cultist Masters bugs has been destroyed, because the armor tower costs about 60 to activate, and when it does and they die, they go right ahead and becomes like the Twilight bugs. So right here, you just go all the way around it, and you can see how beautiful this is. I use Frenetic Assault to try to help it be in here, but in all honesty, he doesn't need me. I know I can do whatever the hell I want. It's almost like this is the cheaper version of the Batarial army or something like that. The one-man army. This is the 1,000 army of bugs. Okay, I'm being saturated with 1,000, but it's about 200 to 300. It has no max. He can keep going and summoning and summoning and summoning as much as he wants. Hell, he can summon to the point that he can have like maybe 1,000 if he wanted to. But again, I don't know how much it is at the end. I go in and try to use my healing with my ships, but he doesn't need it. I feel like I can just go someplace else alone. I just want to be around these bugs because not only does it feel strong as a way as you're looking at it, but at the same time, they hardly attack me unless it's a big AoE. So I go ahead and start using Maelstrom and try to freeze them up a bit so I can move forward with my ships and my guys to try to kill the backline and stuff like that. And I use my ships recycles to be able to heal me. Not only does it help me, it does help him, but he does not need any goddamn help. His deck is just pure power, pure awesomeness. And those bugs are protecting me from any of the melee attackers and stuff like that that are trying to reach me. So it's a very, very, very great deck. At one point, I'm going to leave him alone because he can handle everything by himself at a cheap cost. He's not even using the fourth power wealth of the front. He's not using the power wells that I had in the back for the T3. He's just using whatever he just got from the T2, and then later on T3 he just used the monument. And as you'll see in the summary, he will explain what he does to make it easier for you to understand. Anybody else that did said that they wanted to actually use this deck, about 12 people want to use this deck, and they're using it. They're having a little hard time with the micromanagement and stuff like that, but he just made it easier right now. And he will explain at the end of this part of the video, of the match, he will explain how things work and how to make it in a cooldown that makes it easier to macromanage it for those who are having a problem. But there's a lot of people here. I have so far had 12 people who love this deck already, and I had to go ahead and get an update on this baby. So I have to show it. It's so beautiful. It's so great. It's so team working. If I want a team on my side, I will love Wurgel. Now here I use I transfer all those bugs forward using the warp, so it's kind of lagged me for doing that for the nether warp. But again, we finished everything so goddamn easy. All you have to have is patience for the one who is using this, because sometimes you have people like hurrying you and stuff like that. Just don't care. He said it. Don't care. Just do your thing, and then and you're providing more power for somebody else. I think it's just beautiful. This deck is goddamn beautiful. I mean, he can use, if he wants to, he can go full monument and use cluster explosions and thunderstorm. I know he can do all this, but look, he doesn't need it. When you have someone else around it, hell, he don't even need me around there. But if you have someone else around there who can take care of the flyers, look how easy this is, guys. I'm gonna leave it to you right here on this time so you can hear the talk as I do an interview with him on chat. So enjoy the interview on chat, and I hope you guys want to try this deck because I thought it was goddamn beautiful. Hey guys, and on this part, basically, one of the little news and what I want to be showing is that so far the suggestion that that was made that I gave was the change of the orb, which is the 2 frost and 2 shadow. So far we have a 19 volt on that, and one of the bad suggestions obviously is to remove the S and M was not received well right now, because obviously that's something that people really doesn't want to actually go right up here. You can actually see as again right here I had already 14 out of 8, maybe 1 out of 9 with the other one too, and then we have again, I don't know where around here. Oh, there it is. It had a good review and stuff like that, but now more people, since it has to go into the vote, it has 4 yes and 19 no, and we have 19 yes and 10 no for the specific. You actually can see here, I can't see all of them obviously, but you can kind of see like the last one and stuff like that. I can already tell that Wonky and some other players like that are speedrun, so I'm sure the speedrunner said it didn't affect it, though that was the specifics of the summary of the thing. It was splash decks, too easy, and basically too easy because of splash decks, and basically speedrun. And then later on they said that it wasn't something speedrun. I already talked about it in another video, but anyway, we already have 14 votes. No, 19 votes, sorry. 14 votes on yes to be nerfed and 19 votes on this 2 frost and 2 shadow. Let's go. Let's vote for more of that yes onto it so we can actually get that change happening. Otherwise, you know, I didn't mind that it had no changes, but since fuck it, since they're actually going to do it like that, let's actually go ahead and take the spirit ship into the real deck, the Lost Soul deck, where it actually belongs, as you have seen throughout all my videos. And then let's actually give them the dragon, the Lost Dragon. The Lost Dragon Infinity for Green Infinity is actually great to block some towers, Wild Sappers, ability like Wrath and Gazer and all that stuff like that. Also, another thing you actually want to come over is to jump right up here, and you can actually scroll all the way up and stuff like that, as they're always a specific idea and such. Like for example, there was more talk about the Ami being locked behind the this suggestion of expert. Everybody clear all expert, they get an Ami and stuff like that. It's have a controversial topic over here, because some people say yes, some other people say no. In game, there's a lot of people that I have already asked, and you can see some parts of the video where I asked about it, and people actually says yes, that they would actually do it on expert, and then they think it's fine. However, only have been shown about 14 players being able to clear the map, and we need actually more, and that's probably one of the other reasons why I'm also doing the challenges, the reward for the challenge of the other one, which is actually very easy. We already have one contender, already given the defender a hope, and we're waiting for the encounter of Twilight. Has to be an expert. All the rules is on the previous video. Read the description on the previous video of this one. So actually, we actually look down. I pretty much explained some of my part over here, and then more people are talking about it. Again, I said something about the maybe to motivate these people, just to see if it's true that people will actually do all the expert map, to see how many people can actually do the expert map. I say maybe like 4,000 Battle Force point at the end, and here are some, for example, quote that I have by taking some of the name off, so we can actually have you know, some privacy of those quote that I had as a survey, and I can always show more of people actually agreeing with this and stuff like that. But again, later on, I keep explaining my part of the end, because in the end, everything is going to be wiped and stuff like that, and we basically want to push people to have all expert map finish, just to see where we end up with the Ami decision. Again, if you actually want to comment here, just look at everything that is being actually said here. There are some other suggestions, such as season and stuff like that. And other than the season, there's idea for promo by Dark Warrior. You can actually read that. The player right there says something about winning promos and so on and so on. And as you look all the way over here, it seems to be so far a pretty good discussion. But again, we don't have somebody far. It's not a lot of people are joining to this discussion. If you look at the name and stuff like that, we need quite more people to actually join at this discussion and this idea, because everything should be done as a community, even though majority of the community are in the goddamn game, not actually helping us with this. So if you guys actually want to come over here, just go right here into Skylord, get into the announcement, and after you actually place the announcement, hello, yeah, thank you, scroll up here to the Skylord rebalance and stuff like that, and join, because there is no invite, so I don't think I actually can invite or anything like that. Maybe I can copy the paste. No, I can't even copy paste the link or anything like that with right clicking. So yeah, you guys actually come here to the announcement to see that. Alright guys, right here, Battle Mage. He's one of the guys who actually like to play this for fun, no for rank or nothing like that, and he always doing this. If you actually see this guy named Battle Mage in there, he always does RPVE9, and he has a very support deck. He has like 2 Embalmment for people who are actually doing the Shadow Phoenix. He has a Shadow Phoenix himself. He has a Wheel. He has Incredible Mode. He has Shrine of War. He has everything up there for his support and stuff like that. And his deck can still be played because he does have some creatures to be able to do his side. So he very, very supported. He loves doing the RPVE9. He doesn't like to take this like very serious or anything like that. So he's a very pretty cool guy, and he has a pretty good deck for it. As you see right here, I'm trying to. He has heals and everything too because he has a splash deck. And then again, I am using my chips, which I have my own heals and such. As you would notice, for some reason, as you notice real quite quickly, blue treasure went up instead of going down. He's supposed to be with his partner for some reason. And as you look down, the bottom guy is actually using the spirit ships as well. But again, he needed his partner to help survive with those chips. Jesus Christ, one of the ships just died. So we're coming right down here to actually help him and so on. I have my ships already healed. The other guy also has ships. Treasure has ships, but he was using it in conjunction with Bloodhorn, and I think this guy just using it with nature and so on. Again, we came down here to finish it up together, but again, if you see Battle Mage anywhere, doing RPVE9, just join. That guy is pretty cool. He's not gonna be like, you know, talk shit or anything like that, or hurry up or anything like that. So far to me, he hasn't done it, and I have done a lot of matches with Battle Mage. So if you see Battle Mage, join the match with him. Next, I come up here because I wanted to show this bug. I couldn't record it right here. I thought I was recording on this map because Alpha doesn't do many of campaign. He's an RPVE and PvP player. So this actually happened. I thought I was recording, but I didn't. But basically, you see these 2 pictures, one belonging to him, one belonging to mine. On mine, he is not shown on the screen, and on his, he's still on the screen and still party. So I'm trying to figure it out if it's only specific player only having this stuff like that. But he did say he had this problem before. So I guess, you know, with that saying in mind, I'm pretty sure it's not just me or anything like that. So he had that before, and he explained it that again, some other people can still not talk, but can still play and summon, and you can see them summon and stuff like that, and that's how you know. So if you actually see this ever happen, disconnect, look around your partner and see if that person can still move, if that person can still summon, and if he does, if he's actually doing this, do not leave the goddamn game. Just pretty much keep continuing the game and so on. He probably will be able to talk to you, and but he will be able to hear everything you type and stuff like that. Luckily, we were always on Discord when I actually joined with him. There's a couple of matches that I wanted to show him. I wanted to show him the Sunbridge and how much you actually gain in Sunbridge. And players know that you can get like between 10 to 12k thousand, sometimes a minimum of between 500 to 9,000, stuff like that. But you usually get 10,000 to 12,000 gold just doing this. It's very easy, just switch the mechanic every 30 seconds, and that's it. So we wanted to actually do that, and we also wanted to get into the 2-map men. A long time ago, well, not too much, long time ago, Crimson said that the people do not want the Ami being locked in, because in RPVE4 saying that you need Ami, you technically don't, both in 9 and 10, and even if there is something locked between close to each other, you can just use someone else's monument or both summon tier 3. Right here, I'm just showing him that there's always these part of the map that you can jump to if you have a specific deck. Like Nether Warp, I can, if he wanted to, I can jump into his side. If we have a Scythe theme, which is a fire deck, I can jump to his side or anything like that. So we wanted to see it, but the problem is that the map that we were doing somehow still contained the 4 monument. But this is actually RPVE10, and we're going to be doing more RPVE9 because we want to see which map has that, where there's like a boss stopping the other player from going through, and their tier 4 is on the other side. You know, it has two tier 4 camps like these that you see right now, very close to each other and stuff like that. And then the left side has to travel all the way to the right side, and that's why people want their Ami, because it makes it much easier that they don't have to go to that side, they just keep going down. So we did some couple of maps in here and stuff like that, and at the same time I wanted to try a little bit on my deck and stuff like that, but at one point over here I actually shut it down because again, it's not the video is getting 20 minutes. I hopefully stopping this video between 25 minutes, but the point is we want to find out where sorry about that. We want to find where is the map that you have to use to where the left side has to clear everything for the right side to go over or anything like that. And there's like big boss, like two Turunga or some shit like that and stuff like that. So right here, I just wanted to actually show a little couple things as well. Now that I notice it, I'm still using the Lost Soul deck. My guy died here, so I tried to summon 2 of them just in case, because for some reason I didn't micromanage it well enough to return back. Again, the dragon, which is on my suggestion, they're great. They're not great for splash damage or anything like that. Like, they're not like giant worm or anything like that. But they're great to shut in these towers. I tell them to start focusing on them. Look at it right there. Then I start telling them to focus on the Wrath Gazer to stop them. Even one shot will stop them from using their ability. I even get attacked from the other side, so I use Cold Snap just real quick, so I can focus on these camp, because that's where they're being summoned and stuff like that, while using the healing of the Spirit Ship. And this is the reason why I fought very hard, because again, I'm using this as a pure deck or anything like that. So we jump in here, and not only 2 things we wanted to show that was very important, because some players saying they said very difficult to get to the 4th camp or the 3rd camp, and we actually went and found a map that actually talks about that. So for example, the bug again came again. Board has left the group, but he's still in the goddamn group. He's still up there summoning, he's still up there defending, he's talking to me, he says everything is fine. So I come down here, finish the map, and I wanted to actually keep this because I want to show this to Cubic. The bug is out there, basically. This is like the sixth incident about this whole thing about someone leaving, though they're not really leaving. And look, he has to say more left group, but this time it shows on the bottom right side that he's still here. It's goddamn weird. Anyway, he actually didn't left group or anything like that. So he's still here. So then, I actually, I didn't record this part, but I was pushed back. That's the reason why I went to the other camp to stop it. I was pushed back because it came out of nowhere. There was 2 Turungu or something like that, tier 4 bandit card, fighting me right about now. You'll see it, because right now the tower is hitting my monument. Like, I can't claim the fucking monument without I clear this. So I went inside, started summoning the tower, cold snap this nigga. As soon as he comes out, home soil, start finishing him around. Use cold snap again and start finishing all the towers and such. And when he comes out, I should have home soil to finishing the second Turunga. So this is some of the things that people are saying that the 2-man maps are much more difficult than doing 4-man map. And yeah, but you still can clear it. And I'm using a Lost Soul pure deck, by the way. This time I didn't even win with the what is it called? Like one of them I actually went with the Phoenix Involvement. It was goddamn fucking easy. But this time I just went with the Lost Dancer, and I would have made like 10 Lost Dancer, but I didn't. Anyway, this actually ends up after clearing everything, because I'm getting hit by Nos Trooper at one point. I'm getting hit by endless of wave and such. I could have put a couple of towers to defend myself and then try to fight the Nos Trooper. Anyway, this thing actually ended up with me summoning the ships and my friend DCing. So my friend went ahead and DC, so after he DC'd, there was no way for me to finish this alone or anything like that. But again, we're going to try this on 9 to see if we can find that specific map that Crimson Knight was actually saying, because I know I faced it before, but again, I haven't done RPVE2. Like, I haven't done, I did, in this time of the month, I only have done maybe like 6 out of the first time of coming out playing it here. I haven't done much of 2. I did 4 a bunch of time, because it's, you know, better timing than 2, and then you have a more team, and it's, I know it was actually easier. But anyway, that's all for the video for now. The reward will be on the 27th for the Encounter Twilight and the Defending Hope. That you can use Ami, but again, look at the previous video for the description on the previous video to be able to know what to do to be able to enter for that 600 Battle Forge for first place, 300 Battle Forge for second place, and I think it was 150 Battle Forge for the third place. And that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you very guys for joining. Have a wonderful day.